Good afternoon, and thank you again for clicking on my channel. So today we are going to go over Minions and Monsters. It's the latest Minions film. I don't know why they keep making these movies. I don't want to be a hater, but um, it's like they're cute for like the Despicable Me films, but for like their films on their own, like no one knows what they're saying. Like I don't get the point of these films. I don't know. And this film, I don't feel like it made things any better. But we're I watched it. We're gonna review it, rank it, all that. Okay. So anyway, so this one follows the Minions in the 1920s Hollywood as the search for frightening creatures for their monster movie partner with a green creature and must save the planet after unleashing monsters. Um, so this just recently came out. I think it was July 1st, I believe. And we got voice actors such as Pierre Coffin, which is one of the Minions, Trey Parker, who plays Goomy, Allison Janney plays Olivia. She's the one who, if you have watched the film, she's like the one who's giving like a Hollywood tour, you know. Um, George Lucas plays himself. Christopher Waltz plays Max. Jeff Jeff Bridges plays Frank and Elwood. Jesse Eisenberg plays Dort. Zoe Dutch plays Debbie. Bobby Monahan plays Phillips. Um, There's some additional voices, so I don't think we have to go into all of them. Um, but speaking of Pierre Coffin, he is a director and he's one of the writers as well. So congratulations to him for making another Minions film, I guess. Um, but anyway, so this is like the Minions is on their search to find their, I guess, like master, like Gru was, like their main villain, if you will, like someone to do things for and look up to, all that kind of shit. And while on that voyage, um, one of the minions has came into a love, if you will, for the movies and making movies and like seeing how they're made, and he like came up with this idea of making a movie called Minions and Monsters. Hence the title, I guess, of this film. And he comes across, well, they come across, like before coming into Hollywood itself, one of their masters was a wizard before they kill him. um, and he had this book of unleashing said monsters, and if you said the spell correctly, it would unleash the monster. And one of those monsters happened to be one of these green creatures, and he didn't look exactly like the actual image, and he was just like this little cute little green octopus type situation. And then there's like, oh, I must not be what you're looking for, and he's like, oh, I can help you find some some real monsters. And so they do, and the minions are thinking like, oh, they're gonna help us make this movie. Well, in actuality, they're there to help unleash chaos and take over the world, basically. Kind of like destroy anything that comes or gets in the way of them, gets in front of them, however you want to say that. And so, um, that happens, and then they meet other people like Dork. I think that's what his name. Yeah, I'm sorry, not Dork. Dort, and he happens to be a being from another planet, and that's kind of basically it. And they not only do they make a movie, but they help save the planet. So, but yeah, I'm sorry, I'm not the biggest sorry, can't even talk today. Fan of these Minions films. As I stated, like, you don't understand what they're saying. Like, there's no like, it's like one thing if you're watching like a foreign film and they have subtitles, right? That would be great if they had subtitles for these Minions. But since it's not like a real language, like it's just you're kind of guessing, and then it's funny how like these people that are in these movies know what they're saying. Like, how do you know what they're saying? I'm sorry. Just like, look, and I love the Despicable Me films, and again, I think they fit well into those movies. But I think that what do they have, like three films on their own? Um, I'm just, I don't know, not the biggest fan. But let's read some reviews. One of these summaries is reviewers say Minions and Monsters delivers a charming, family-friendly entertainment with exceptional physical comedy, reminiscent of classic slapstick and strong voice performances throughout. The vibrant animation and humor work well for children while offering clever references for adults. However, the writing feels mundane and incoherent to many, lacking originality and creative depth. Engaging proves divisive, with some finding it entertaining, while others consider it boring or exhausting. The film succeeds as quality family fare despite its narrative shortcomings. So, like, I'll say for this, as as the Despicable Me franchise, and even looking at these Minion films, the animation style is phenomenal. Like, I think it looks so gorgeous, and especially when it opens up and you're seeing like the Universal logo. Like, it's going like way back into like the old Hollywood days, since it's kind of like going back like to the like 1920 era. So I love that aspect of it. I love that it like paying homage to that certain time period. Um, but I don't know. Again, just as a film on its own, it just didn't really hit for me. But I mean, for those who like it, that's awesome. I mean, I can't take anything away from anybody who enjoys these films. Um, but again, so let's dive into some of these um, reviews. This one gives it a 6 out of 10. They come from the stars to hit you with a frying pan. With Minions and Monsters, I realized pretty quickly that I am probably not the main target audience. Still, the film had an idea I liked. Throwing the Minions into this old Hollywood world and turning it into a small love letter to film history, silent movie chaos, and monster cinema is not a bad approach. The references probably work even better for adults than for kids because you can feel how much the film pulls from old images, genres, and movie classics. For me, the nicest idea is hidden in the simple make a movie. Once James gets that creative drive, and someone tells him, James, you have a real gift for filmmaking, and the film has at least a little more going on than just minion noise. For a moment, there is this idea that cinema can come out of a complete cluelessness, coincidence, and chaos. Um, movie de Minions con Monstros captures that nonsense pretty well because that is where the film gets its best moments from. Still, for me, the Minions can be only carry a whole film to a certain point. They often work better as side characters. See, that's exactly what I'm saying. Because their humor is stronger and smaller doses. Over a full runtime, the joke started repeating itself at some point, even though I did smile here and there. The film has pace and a few nice ideas, and those movie references give it is its own little charm, but emotionally and narratively, it stays rather light. Minions and Monsters is not really a film that needs to be discussed for too long. For kids, the chaotic adventure will probably work. For older viewers, the Hollywood references and the whole movie within a movie madness are probably the most interesting parts. I had my fun moments, but not much more than that. As a colorful little monster movie with minions, frying pan, and some old cinema love, it is okay. Nothing more than nothing more, but nothing less. Sorry, I had to repeat myself on that one. Okay, so he gets it like I don't know if I said that already. 6 out of 10. Um, I don't know. Mine were probably around that, maybe 5 or 6, yeah, 5, 6, something like that. Um, Here's another one that gives it a 6 out of 10. Funny little adventure. I'd say it is on the level of other movies of the franchise. As can't talk today. I especially enjoyed the first half, and personally thought the second half got a bit flat. The minions are back at it again and set off to an adventure to find their ultimate villain to serve for. They end up in a Hollywood, and many homages to the film industry are made along the way. I think you love the other Minion movies, you will enjoy this one too. Yeah, yeah. Again, if you like the other ones, I totally agree. This one gives it a 10 out of 10. Wow. Okay, Lisa. Absolute cinema. Cinema has accomplished me since before my conception, and this movie was very fun tribute and parody of its arts history with stellar anime. Come on, with stellar animation. Lord, great sense of humor, fun cameos and references, and a all-star cast with experience that will leave most movie lovers with a smile on their face. I repeat, absolute cinema. I don't know if I agree with that, Lisa, but hey, we all have our opinions. This one, 7 out of 10. It's a little lengthy, but let's see if we can get through this. Excuse me. The Minions have made cinema how it is today. Thanks, James, Henry, and Ed. Anytime a Minions film comes out, I know I have to see it immediately, as they are some true guilty pleasures, and I adore these films. And the last few films haven't been the strongest, but this one was definitely a step up for sure. I think the film is best when when it's exploring the minions just causing absolute uh in Hollywood, and I loved how the film explored the idea of the early Hollywood and the early 1900s. And the film is able to lean into a lot of absolutely, oh my god, it's like the words are just running through each other. Okay, we're lean into a lot of the things with a lot of plot throughout the runtime, and I found the first half or so of the movie was really fun, and I was absolutely laughing a lot throughout the first half of the film, and it felt refreshing to see decent comedy in the first half and the film compared to the second half. I don't know if this person knows how to write. Okay. I also really liked our new minions of James, Henry, and Ed. And they have such a silly and heartfelt connection, and I enjoyed seeing the come up of them. And I loved how James has his relationship with Max, and that was seriously one of the favorite plots and relationships in the animation, and I really appreciate a lot of the designs in this film for sure. I also enjoyed Trey Parker as Gumi, and it's also such a great voice actor, and he's really strong in this film as well. My complaints, though, I felt in the second half of the film was more weak compared to the first half, and the monster plot introduced in the second half of the film wasn't the strongest for me, and I didn't really feel too intrigued or interested by the plot. The movie also don't hit, again, somebody can't write, the same emotional impacts and the previous films in this franchise do, and I think that's because we don't really get any interesting human characters besides Max, who's barely used in the second half, and the film could have benefited from having a human for the emotional strengths like the other films. Some of the comedy doesn't land in the second half at all, and why does he keep saying? Oh my god, do better with writing. The comedy doesn't land in the second half at all, and the second half of the film just doesn't feel the greatest to me and felt quite rushed while not having the monsters be fleshed out too well. And a lot of the jokes just don't hit in the second half of the movie. Oh my god, if he says the second half one more time. I still had fun with the movie and I'd recommend it. Okay. I don't think you needed to say all that just to say that. Okay, I think this is the last one. Okay. 7 out of 10 Hollywood Minions. Minions and Monsters arrive as a colorful, chaotic, and surprisingly meta commentary on the film industry itself. It is a film that manages to be both a lighthearted family outing and a clever nod to the very business that produces it. The film opens with a stunning sequence in a museum of old movies, effectively setting the stage and grounding the audience in a rich cinematic history. What really stands out of the whole Hollywood angle, the way the narrative tackles the life cycle of producers in the quest of relevance in an era dominated by CGI, provides a biting, welcome layer of satire that parents will appreciate just as much as kids. Additionally, the film offers a heartfelt, subtle homage to classic storytelling tropes reminiscent of the emotional beats found in films like Happy Feet or The Ugly Duckling. One particular subplot following a minion who draws provides the film with its much-needed visual heartbeat. While the film succeeds in its concept, it occasionally trips over its own ambition. The master's shuffling sequence, while serving as a foundational element of the franchise, feels a bit repetitive. The film could have been tightened significantly by trimming the number of masters down to key figures who led our protagonists directly into the world of monsters. The most noticeable gap is the lack of human character to anchor the story. Without human perspective, the emotional stakes occasionally felt unmoored. A grounded human led arc could have elevated this from a fun franchise entry to a truly resonant cinematic experience. Minions and Monsters is undeniably fun, subjective experience. It is a vibrant film family outing that pays clever tribute to cinema history with a particularly interesting homage to James Cameron, but the film buffs will surely appreciate. It is a 7 out of 10 for me, but the movie knows how to entertain even if it occasionally loses its footage. I'm sorry. Where did I get that from? Loses its footing in the scramble to jump from one master to the next. Thank you. So yeah, that was the last of that. So yeah, I still think I'll stick to like a 6 out of 10. Again, I'm sorry, but those movies just aren't for me. And I totally agree. Like, you need a human interaction with like such movies as those, because again, no one speaks Minions, and no one knows what they're saying. So if you keep having movies like this and no one to like lead the way, who are these movies for? I get that it's mostly like for kids, but adults are taking these kids to see these movies, and that the adults aren't having fun as well. You might as well put this shit on streaming. I'm sorry, but these movies just don't hit the same as like Despicable Me. I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. I don't know. Again, I mean, if you enjoyed it, that's great. Hooray, hooray, hooray. But this is I'm sorry, it's just not for me. But yeah, so if you liked it, let me know. If you've already seen it, if you plan on watching it, also let me know. And again, if you have not already been subscribed to my channel, please do so. Also, please hit the like button, comment, leave some notes. Again, look, I'm trying to grow my channel. Okay. And I can't really do that if I don't have any subscribers. You know what I'm saying? So help me, help you, help me out. Okay. And again, I send all my love to you guys, those who are watching me. And yeah, see you on the next most likely movie review. Okay. See you next time. Mwah.